Immigrants go through so much more than most of us will ever know on their journeys to the United States, and many of them say they just want to feel like they belong to this country, which they have worked so hard to call their home.
Becoming a U.S. citizen is a life-changing moment. CBS 410's Courtney Shoneman shares how it opens the door for young El Pasoans to succeed.
The path to citizenship could take years. Each person has their own story with its fair share of trials and triumphs. We were there as some of the United States' newest citizens crossed the stage to receive their certificate, proof they belong. The oath of allegiance that's sworn at the end of the ceremony is a defining moment in a person's life.
I don't know how to express it, really.
The end of the quest to become a U.S. citizen.
I have my heart in two parts because I feel Mexican, but I feel American too.
And the beginning of a new journey, a new life, and a feeling of belonging. 8-year-old Maria Arzola has lived in El Paso for 3 years, but recently she became a U.S. citizen.
It means a lot to me because I can go wherever country I like to go.
It just opens up a lot of doors for her, you know, with opportunities. You know, she is a special kid.
Maria was born with spina bifida. She'll be confined to a wheelchair for the rest of her life, but that's not stopping her. Her parents say they're thankful for the accessibility she'll now have as a U.S. citizen.
Because in Mexico don't have the schools, the ramps, don't have nothing.
I met the Delgado brothers at the same ceremony. They're 4 years apart and became U.S. citizens on the same day.
I kind of see it as I don't know, like a gateway to new opportunities.
Maria and the Delgado brothers are just 3 of more than 40 people who became United States citizens. They're under 18 and were able to derive their citizenship from a parent who naturalized.
This is the Ellis Island of the modern-day immigrant.
El Paso County has one of the largest populations of legal residents in the country.
We're seeing immigrants coming here in huge numbers. These are future Americans.
Legal residents have pretty much all of the same rights as a U.S. citizen, except they can't register to vote and lack the documentation of proof. To be a legal resident, one must first have a means to come to the United States.
That there is a family member, whether it be a parent or a child, who is a U.S. citizen. And from that point, that's where the immigration process would start for somebody else.
Maria's dad is a naturalized citizen. He was her means to come to the U.S.
There was some bumps in the road, but, you know, we managed to overcome them.
Brandon, Brian, and their parents were forced to flee Juarez due to violence in 2008.
We just rushed to the border, and then we stayed at our grandparents' house.
They've been legal residents since then, but couldn't get proof of citizenship until their mom naturalized last October.
She's always working, she's always busy. She's really dedicated to her things.
The naturalization process can take years.
It was a dream for me.
Maritza applied for citizenship last year. After that, the process took about 6 months and cost nearly $700.
Hard work. Yes, every day because I have to study.
She's been studying to pass the civics test and working on her English since they got here 7 years ago. She was able to see the same dream come true for her sons.
In this moment, our life is perfect.
Perfect because her sons can now chase the American dream.
Well, I'm going for video game design.
Brandon is now a freshman at UTEP. Brian, a freshman at Del Valle High School. He has similar interests as his big brother, but excels on the artistic side of things.
I kind of sound like we should work sometime in the future.
So we may see a video game designer duo in the future?
Yeah, maybe.
Maria was one of the youngest at the ceremony. She and the Delgado brothers have never met, but they now share something very incredible. The realization that getting this certificate means endless choices for higher education and career opportunities. She may only be 8 years young, but Maria already knows exactly what her future holds.
I want to be a doctor for puppies because I like dogs. That's why I have 6 dogs.
She has plenty of time to figure that out. The El Paso Citizenship and Immigration Office naturalizes 4,500 people a year. To put that in perspective, that's about a quarter of the amount Los Angeles does. Each ceremony has about 500 people. Immigration officials expect that number to soar as we approach the presidential election. Courtney Shoneman, CBS 4 at 10.
If we look back 100 years, we think that El Paso is one of the most vibrant cities in the entire nation, and a lot of it was built on the backs of immigrants who came from the Middle East, like Lebanon and Syria, as well as China. So let's not forget our history. That was a wonderful story.
Absolutely. Great to see.
So to come tonight, not your typical lecture.